Right, so I'm here at Nalgo Unison Sports Club, and we've got the Steve Prescott Charity Balls game going on. They're all warming up now, the game practicing, so it's going to be a good day. We've got a really good turnout so far. Just want to welcome everyone to the video. You know, we're down here doing bits of work, trying to get the word out for the charity, so enjoy the video. Right, so now I'm here with Super Benny Westwood. Now, Benny, appreciate your time first of all. Obviously, it's a massive event. What does it mean to you, the Steve Prescott Foundation?
No, it's fantastic, and I've only been involved in it for the last few years, and I had the pleasure of playing with Prescott back in way back in 2000, and but I only had him for about 6 months, so we knew each other a little bit there, and it taught me quite a bit with the rugby wise, and as I was a winger back then, same as him, so. But no, it's been great. I got invited on the golf 4 or 5 years ago, and I've tried to keep my hand in as much as I can, and anything to help these great causes that they're putting on.
Yeah, and it validates the man that he was as well. You know, I mean, everything that he went through. He gave him about 6 months, and he spent 7 years running marathons. It's just embodies that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and like I say, I've listened to some of the stories while I've been involved, and people who come in, and close friends who have helped him through the way, and some of the stuff that he put his body through especially while he was going through what he was going through, is quite remarkable and an inspiration. And he was a great lad, and I'm just happy that I can help, and if it's just a little bit, I can help, and I will. But good days like this, these are great, and we're raising some money for him, and. Yeah, it's good.
It's great what Martin does. He works hard with all this, but it gives back a little bit for everything that he's done. It's sort of giving back to his aura, if you want to say that.
Yeah, it's keeping his legacy alive, isn't it, Joe? Some of the challenges that he'd taken on was incredible, like I said before, but Martin's doing a great job. The events that he's putting on, some of the challenges he's putting on are very challenging. I think there's a Great Wall of China next year, which I don't know, I fancy, I don't know, I'm not whether I can get time off with work and stuff like that, but it's keeping that legacy alive, and keeping the challenges tough. And obviously there's the golf days that are great. They're not quite as tough. There's probably tough on the head after the few beers that we have. But it's great fun, and it's for a great cause.
All right, well, cheers, Ben. I don't want to take up too much time, but I appreciate your time, mate. Thank you. I'm honoured to be in the presence of the voice of rugby league, or at least in my opinion anyway. Eddie, thanks for your time, mate. Are you well?
I'm very well, thank you, yes, and enjoying every minute of this. The weather's fantastic, the company is brilliant, and okay, we went out in the first round. We needed a video referee decision on the 11-10 defeat that we suffered, my partner and I, Gary Edgerton, but hey, there you go. I'm happy to be here, as I said before, because it lets people know that I'm still alive.
Yeah, it's a great cause as well, and Steve Prescott is a player who you would have interviewed a commentator on for a long time. Many times. I think we were actually at a game in the Championship and doing boots and all immediately afterwards when the news was announced about Steve and that he was suffering. And I mean, it just floors you with news like that, and it did at the time, and it still does. I mean, we've had Steve, we've had the great Rob Burrow as well, two legends of the game of rugby league, and they just didn't deserve it, did they? No. They're good men, they're good people, they're all good people. Rugby league people are great people, but two heroes of the game, and the memories that they've left us with is absolutely fantastic, and delighted to be here and helping support the cause, and I hope they're making a lot of money. I'm sure they are. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, when things happen in rugby league, it doesn't matter what team you support, because the entire community comes together. That's right, they do. They talk about the family of rugby league, and people down south and people in other sports think, it's a bit of a cliche. Well, it isn't. It isn't, because whenever the game suffers adversity, either personally, privately, or collectively, the people come out, and the people support, and the people try and help, and they try and offer their support, and financial and emotional in each and every way. And I mean, the game has given me all that I have today, because of this sport, because of Sky Sports, and I was just Joe Soap. Yeah. And you've given a lot to the game as well, so on behalf of the Rugby League in this country. And I appreciate everything you've done. Any chance of Boots and All coming back?
Well, I wish it would, because that was groundbreaking when we did that. I mean, listen, the game has changed. Can I say I'm not a fan of the 6 again? I think the 6 again rule is crippling the teams.
Yeah.
I think it's causing many of the injuries that the likes of St Helens, Warrington, Leeds, they're all suffering.
Yeah.
Hull care, they're all suffering because of injuries. So I think that's a thing they ought to look at. But Boots and All, I mean, it was groundbreaking. It really was. I just think about some of the things we got up to. Before when they went to Super League, we decided, well, because it's now a summer game, people are going to be going to these towns and areas earlier, and they're watching the game in the evening. So why don't they have a day out there? So we went to Peace Hall in Halifax, we went across to the aquarium in Hull, and we went to Knowsley Safari Park near here in St Helens. And Steve-O insisted on doing a link, because it was a recorded programme, doing a link from inside the ostrich pen. And people will never forget it, and I will never forget it. We did a podcast as well for 5 years prior. We've given it away now. We're not doing it anymore. But part of our intro to our podcast was the moment when he got his ear bitten off by the ostrich. And I could not move. I was on the... Well, I couldn't move. I said, well, you wanted to get in there. He said, you wanted to do... Anyway, I said, and I kept saying, it's bleeding. He said, I know it's bleeding, but things just ripped me ear off. and he's still got the scar to this day.
Oh,
but we did that sort of stuff to try and encourage people and talk about the game, obviously, but also, look, it's not just about rugby league. It's about, you can go to this, you can go to that, you can go on the boat in Windermere, because Workington were in those days as well. We had some great days out, I'm pleased to say, and people, I'm sure, did exactly the same.
Yeah.
And it was. I mean, I'd love to see it back. I don't think it ever will, which is a shame.
It's unfortunate because it gave us insight to what the game's like off the pitch. It's just, in the day, it's a group of mates bashing each other about and then going for a pint after.
That's right, absolutely. And I must give a mention too to Angela Powers, who was the reporter in those days. She did feature after feature, and Bill, the late great Bill Arthur, they did feature after feature for us on Boots and All, and told the story of the game, and told the story of the characters in the game, within the game. And there's once or twice when, Angela would turn up at a ground and whoever she'd agreed to interview wasn't there. And she's got a camera crew which costs a fortune, and she's got a sound man and lights in those days when they used to take that sort of stuff out with them. And she thought, well, it's costing a fortune, I've got to... And she dreamt up another story. And she did it. And that is the truth. She did that week after week after week on Boots and All. And when she retired, I always said to her, you made silk purses out of sow's ears, because she always was left with that every now and again. Oh, he's not coming, he can't make it, he's got a problem, he's got to go to this, he's got to do that, he's got to have treatment, his wife's not. And so she thought, right, and she looked down the list. Oh, well, I'll do him. And then chatting to the player or the coach or the administrator, or dreamt up a line. And out came a feature, and top quality stuff as well.
Oh yeah,
top quality stuff. I mean, it's easier for them now. They stand on the touchline, and they talk sense, or they talk nonsense, depending on which club you support. People said we did for 30 years. They weren't wrong, But they stand there and they talk. They give their opinions. But in those days, it was feature led. And there just isn't the money in the business anymore to do that sort of thing. It costs a lot of money, TV, believe me. 30 seconds of television in the edit suite is about 2.5 hours. You wouldn't believe that, but it's true.
Yeah. Just we were doing this stuff, I get it. I can't let you go without mentioning, in my opinion, the greatest commentary in sport ever, Wide to West.
Yeah, I watch it from time to time at home. I've got it at home, obviously, I've kept it. Always get a smile on my face. I'll never forget the night as long as I live. Paul Sculthorpe takes the quick tap, the siren goes and it's on. And I used to do a chart of names names in blue, biogs in black, numbers in red, and bits and pieces about the two teams at the top. Down it went. The card went down because I could see what was coming. I could see what would possibly coming, and off we went. You know, and then short and top to long fancies it, long fancies it. It's wide to west. It's wide to west. And it was just one of those moments. Dwayne West only played one playoff game, and that was it. When I retired, Chris Joyne came up to me and he said, I played 300 whatever it was times for this club. I scored 100 however many. The only bloody try they talk about is wide to west, and it's not got my name on it. It was Jointy's try, but that's what it was. And they did, if you remember, when they moved from Nosey Road, which, you know, sad because what an iconic stadium that was. But they moved from Nosey, they did a brochure, a booklet, and someone in that said that as far as the writer was concerned, that was rugby league's equivalent of they think it's all over, it is now. And I've always said, if that is my legacy when I bid farewell to this wonderful planet, I'll be happy with that. And I, you know, wide to west, iconic moment. And I was lucky to be there. Martin Tyler, Aguero, remember? Lucky to be there. Me, lucky to be there. And Steve-O, because now a lot of them talk over the top of the commentator. Steve-O backed off, let it run, and came in only at the end. And I'll never forget Sean Long putting St Bernard's hat on, the mask, to kick the goal. I mean, he was told by the referee to take it off. A wonderful memory. My best memory ever. And a few others. There are a few others.
I'm just hearing it come from your voice. As well as it is out here, I got some goosebumps there. So listen, Eddie, thank you very much for your time, mate. Really appreciate it.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for everything you've done for the game.
Oh, it's very kind of you.
Right, now I'm here with current Saint Soccer, Darryl Clark. Now, first, Darryl, how's the injury going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. I got the cast off on Tuesday. I had that on for 2 weeks. So basically just sat at home, leg elevated. So I've not been out of the house really for 2 weeks, so it's been pretty tough. But I got this on Tuesday, so I got this for another 2 weeks. And then just an ankle splint for 2 weeks after that. And then I can start doing a bit of bike and a bit more stuff, rehab stuff, trying to get back. So so it's been a little bit boring, feet up, not doing too much, to be honest.
It's probably why you've come down here and done this as well, but it's something you've been involved in for a couple of years now, isn't it? I mean, you had a good goal last year. It must have been a lot to you, this cause.
Yeah, I agreed to it a while back, obviously, with then I got injured, and then he messaged me saying, no, would I be able to play and stuff. I said, I've got the cast on for a couple of weeks, but I didn't know how I was going to be out of the boot, so so I could walk all right and get around with this on. So I said, don't write me off too much just yet, so let me see how it is when I get the boot on. And lucky enough I could get about, so obviously people have bidded to play and stuff, and it's a big event, so I didn't want to just brush it to the side, and not do it. So but the game didn't go too well.
Obviously it's a shame to see you out for the entire season, but I think we're in good hands with you, Tom Humphries.
Yeah, Tom, he's come out of nowhere, hasn't he? I've been crying out for a bit of help all year, so hopefully we can get some game time at the back end of the year, probably more than he would have done if I was fit. So a bit of a blessing in disguise. Hopefully we can get a few more minutes over the next 5-6 weeks, and put his foot forward for next year, and there'll be two of us, and he can share the workload and help me out a bit next year.
So that means you're definitely staying next year then?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm contracted next year. Contracted for at least next year, and then I think there's an option after that. So depending on how next year goes, we'll see what happens. But that'll be in the club's hands.
That's it. I'll leave that in you in the club's hands. But listen, Daz, thanks for your time. I know your family are here, so appreciate you coming over.
No worries, mate. Take care.
Back for round 2 with Lee Leopards and Derek Beaumont. Derek, how you doing, pal? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Just got a bit of a whipping there off the young lad from Corrie. Got a win over Eddie Emmons, so you got to take that one, haven't you?
That's it, especially the voice. Now, you were here last year for the same event at Ruskin. It seems to have a bigger turnout this year.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the weather helps, doesn't it? A few big hairy characters out there, and Foggy's hiding amongst them somewhere. So, it's a great turnout, great charity. Always happy and privileged to support it, and I think all the people who come along and pay money to pay with us, they're the real heroes in it all. And Lindsay and Martin do a great job. Just been chatting to Lindsay there, and lovely. It's a brilliant occasion.
Regarding the season this year, I mean, it wasn't a great start. He had a lot of injuries going on. Got the bodies back and flying again now.
Yeah, I think everybody gets their injuries at some point. I mean, Saints probably, had it worse than anyone really, and we're just getting people back at the right time. We've got a couple who won't get back. A big one for us was Tessiniu, lost him at Magic, but pretty much, we just got Andrew Badrock back. I think we get Keenan Brand back this week. Charlie's just got back. I think AJ Towers. So we've pretty much got everybody apart from Tessie at the right time. We're just sat there. I can't say I was cheering on for Ulwood. I kind of don't do that, but I think it was looking like us Saints or maybe Warrington, and Saints probably got a tough job now from there. So hopefully we can kick on. But we've got some tough games yet. We've got Leeds away. We got Saints coming to our place. We've got Wakey coming to our place, and there's no easy games.
Yeah, it's not easy for us being behind you now. But just touch on Josh Charnley as well. I mean, his try scoring is unreal, but he's got himself into the top 20 all-time British Rugby League, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did with that try against York, which was great for him. And he's just had another young little boy, Arrow. Zoe was there. Arrow was 2 days old. Literally fresh in his first game of rugby. That's what rugby is to Josh. It's his life. He's such a great human. It couldn't happen to a nicer person. He's an absolute legend of a guy, and if he hadn't gone and done that stint he did at Sale, who knows, how far up that table he would have got. He's made it very clear to me and Lammy that he wants to play again next year, and everything he's doing on the pitch, tells us that he's every reason to do that. So hopefully we get that one sorted, and he'll get another year and can keep climbing up that ladder. And the finishes he's doing are absolutely fantastic. But it's not just that element to his game with Josh as well. It's the carries he does out of yardage. He's always there to do the tough work, and he's always solid with his defence. So he's just a great pro.
Yeah, and he even said he wants these young lads to push him, which is one reason why he's staying on.
Yeah, it is, and Josh. Look, at the end of last year, it was whether or not Josh was going to be staying this year, and I pushed hard on that. He's a massive popular amongst the fans. So the most person's name on a shirt is Josh Charnley. The most requested pack buy in the membership boxes that we do is Josh Charnley. And for me, with how he was playing. AJ Towers was when I come through this year in terms of Lammy's sort of shark's tooth board that he has, and Josh was like, I don't expect anything as a given. I'll compete, and compete, and it's been his shirt, so he's happy to do the same again. Yeah. He's backing himself. Lammy won't pick someone off the name. He'll pick people off how they play. He's very honest like that. So if he's there and he's not getting in when he's developing other people and making Towers a better player, he wouldn't want to block a future talent. Yeah. So he's a great guy to have around the club, and I actually hope he's someone that stays in rugby league after he finishes playing, because he's that good of a character.
Yeah, it's like us with John Lomax, similar thing. But listen, Dad, don't want to take too much time, mate. Thank you again.
Mate. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for joining me again. Pleasure to be stood here with the one and only Johnny Vegas now. He's gone somewhere else. This is, of course, it means a lot to you, isn't it?
Always, yeah. From the first year we set it up, and bless him for doing it in memorial of me dad. Yeah. It was a bowler, and it's always just that then goal. It gets the community out, gets everybody out here, together. And I always feel guilty a lot of the time. I'm away and I'm working and I'm doing this, and it's just good to come home for a day and hang out with folk that you know.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously everyone knows you're a busy man, but again, when you're a day like this, we've had a really good turn up today. I think it's probably one of the best I've seen, and it's great to have the celebrities come down as well.
Yeah, and again, they always show up. You know what I mean? It's like blowing the conch. Yeah. And they all come to the calling. So I'm always a bit humbled by who comes out, who offers the ball. Obviously, some ex-players are competitive, and we won't say who. But just 1 year I want to get past first round.
I'm sure you got to the final last year, didn't you?
No, I didn't make the final. I got close. Right. I've been close a few years, but it does get very competitive. But again, it's mainly it's fun. Yeah. It's all about fun. It's all about reminders of what all the best bits of what St Helens is. Yeah, and that's same as going the match. Yeah. Same as that. You know what I mean? If you're not at the game, if you can come here and yeah, I just I don't know what to add to other than it's a wonderful reminder of what a community we've got.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, a lot of money's been raised for a great cause and for a great man as well, and not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well.
Well, it's about that legacy.
Yeah.
You know, the legacy didn't leave when Steve Prescott had to. The legacy lives on in all of us, and we all keep reminding each other. And it's a wonderful sort of thing that it's you know, sad that he's no longer with us, but he set up something that is still there to inspire every single one of us.
Yeah, that's it. It's a man that'll never be forgotten around these parts. So, listen, John, I'm not going to take too much of your time, mate. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much,
Do you know
mate.
what I love? Whenever I get old fans coming up going, I'll forgive you. Because of Prescott.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you still have that thing where you go, cheers, shake hands. And
It's coming. Sorry, can't help it.
And if you're watching Amazon, that package was not handed to a resident because I'm the only person who lives there, and I was out working all day. Okay, so whoever took it has now got it, but your complaint system is possibly the worst I've ever come across.
I'm gonna get.
And I just want to highlight that you're worse than losing to Wigan.
Oh, that's a strong one, Johnny. That's a strong call.
I know, but it is. Swear to God, I was at. You know, I was at Wembley when it was finally the Wolves year.
Oh, no,
I've been there for the best, I've been there for the worst. I was there in Cardiff when we turned over the pie eaters, but yes, sometimes you're just going, what can I do? It takes on a loop. It takes on a loop of going, no, trust me, I did not sign for those stockings.
Oh no, he's got this.
Well, they're not. They're support tights, you know, for men. If you've got varicose veins.
Oh, Johnny Vegas, everyone.
Now I'm going to have to buy that machine that Botham uses.
Johnny, appreciate the confessions and thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it. What a day it's been down at Unison. A lot of money's been raised for the Steve Prescott Foundation. I want to thank Martin Blondell for letting me do this today, and also all the hard work he does. The staff have been unreal, the volunteers have been unreal, all the players have been fantastic. It's been a good laugh, and we'll be doing this more often.